And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if there's an echo. Can you hear an echo on me or no?
I don't hear an echo on you right now.
Good. Maddie's not here, so we had to bring in the big guns, the GOAT of the Long Shots Only show. Corrie is here to join us tonight in Maddie's shoes. There's some big shoes to fill, but in all honesty, I mean, Corrie's been the one that's been hitting them better than Maddie as of lately. So she's going to give her opinions on your guys' parlays. I'm going to as well, but you'll probably want to listen to her a little bit more because I've been a little bit cold. How we doing tonight, Corrie?
I mean, I'm living the dream. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here is good, because if you weren't happy to be here, then we might have to find somebody else. But
True.
I'm ready to go through this one. We're going to let some people join in, and I'm going to put the link in the chat right now, just so people that are in the live can find it and join. But just to start us off, do you have any big leans for tomorrow's card? We got an early card, by the way.
I know, it's morning. It'll be great.
I mean, these are usually my favorite cards, but I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so I don't even know if I'll be able to watch many of them. But I like the early cards just because you don't got to stay up till like 1 in the morning.
Yeah. For the West Coast, it's perfect. I'm going to wake up 9 a.m. and that's when it starts. It'll be great. But I was in Florida visiting my family the last 2 weekends ago for Marab and Sean O'Malley, and we were at the bar until 2 a.m. It's my little brother. It was awful.
It's the worst. It's the worst. She's not wine drunk yet. That's what they said. So, are you drinking anything tonight or no?
No, I said I would be sober until the 4th of July. I have shot bets going with people on Instagram, so I have to lock in. Fair
enough. Tomorrow's card. Any big leans, anything that you're loving right before we hop into these callers?
I mean, my biggest lean is Sadikov by knockout. I really don't think that Nicholas Mota is going to be able to stand there, but I do think that it will get out of the first round. So I am super hot on the Sadikov by round 2 knockout.
Round 2 KO. Not bad. What are the odds on that? Like 500, 600?
Let's see. That one was plus 500. That's actually on my angel of a long shot for this week. I love that. I just think that Nicholas Mota realized that he had to find his chin and piece it together a little bit in this spot. Well,
you're a regular caller, so sometime throughout the show, we're going to have to go over yours because I'm sure people are looking for that. But what do you say we hop into it? I think we got to start with the man, the myth, the legend that cashed the ticket last week.
Let's go.
And he cashed in the beer bet with me, unfortunately, but he did. What was it again? It was I'm gonna see if I remember it. Phil Rowe money line, Kamaru Usman decision, and the third one was I don't remember. What was the third one?
Chiesa
decision.
It was Chiesa.
God, that was a terrible fight. I was there, and there were some great fights. Big finishes, and then Chiesa and Court McGee stood there.
I didn't even watch that fight, and I already knew he was going to win by decision. I just walked away when that one started. I didn't even worry about it.
It was disgusting. It disgusted me, dude. I didn't even want to watch, and then, honestly, the rest of the fights after that were all shit. So, at least you made some money.
25.50, and I said Rowe by decision would have paid like 4,500, but we weren't going to get greedy. So we stuck to the plan, Rowe money line, and he came from behind and fucking obliterated Lusa.
Yeah,
one of the greatest finishes I've seen in a while.
He was down 2-0, so we had to get it done. All right, what are we going with?
Exactly.
On tomorrow's
versus
call?
Ige was up 2-0 and fucking didn't need to get it done and burned that plus 3,000 we had that one time. But it's all good. We're back to the board. Plus 23.30 this week. And you already know. It's me versus the judges. The first fight is the first fight. We're rocking with Usman's brother to get it done and lay on old boy. Take Hayvjive down and hold him down for 15 minutes. Plus 275. We got to lock that one in.
Okay.
The second one is a decision machine. We're rocking with Park to win by decision at plus 150.
I like that.
And the hardest one of the night, because Initially, I was on Hayvjive, but Bahamondes is a beast. It's just I know that Hayvjive is tough enough to last the 3 rounds, but I think with his distance and the fact that if they go to the ground, Hayvjive really has no business being down there anyway. Bahamondes is going to stretch it out for 3 rounds, pick them apart, and win at another plus 150 by decision. And those 3 together get us right where we were last week, plus 2,300. I think it's like 200 less. But that's where we're at, and that's going to be the winner this week. And again, Hayvjive, man, I appreciate, you know what I mean? 2 cases is 2 cases, man. We're right here drinking and we're chilling, and I'm watching PFL. We got the PFL parlay going right now, too.
Good. I mean, hopefully we go back.
1,000.
I just tailed you, bro. I just tailed you for just a little bit.
Yeah, I posted it plus 1,000. We got 2 legs left.
All right. Well,
all I know,
think your connection's pretty shit, so I think we're gonna move on. But I appreciate it, bro. I think we got it. All right, he's gone. Shout out to Dodger though. Dodger has been pretty sharp. He's been really close, like a lot of them.
Even if he's like the ones that he's not cashing, he's only missing by 1. It's actually incredibly impressive.
Very impressive right now. The decisions. Nobody likes the decisions, but man, they do print a little bit.
We're seeing a lot of them the last couple of weeks. A lot where I don't want them.
All right, let's go bottom feeder.
What's going on, guys?
What do we got?
How's everyone doing?
How's it going?
All right, so we're going to start off with the first one, which is kind of just shooting fish in the barrel, but I like it. We have Bogdan Grad by TKO KO. We got that new dad strength incoming. I think he's going to absolutely torch the shit out of the guy. I think we're going to go in there in round 2, round 3, and I think Naimov's going to start getting a little bit gassed from just shooting takedowns, and I think he's going out. We got Mitabek Orobai by submission. I think there's not really a whole lot of, at least a whole lot of talent that I've seen from Tofik that he's fought. I think he's won a couple times in Risen. I'm pretty sure he was champ, if I'm not mistaken, against Pitbull. I just think when it comes to the UFC, there's a little bit different level of talent, and he's only had 1 fight from Halloween in 2014 that went to a decision against Aguin. I don't remember the guy's last name, but it didn't look good for him, and I don't think it's going to look very good for Naimov. I think he goes down, or not Naimov, excuse me, Tofik. I think he goes out. And then to save it up a little bit, I got over 2.5 Bahamondes and Hayvjive at plus 4,566 for the total parlay, which I like a lot, especially for the Bahamondes and Hayvjive side. I don't know. A lot of people are having a tough time picking one or the other. I think these guys are going the distance. I think these guys are really competitive strikers, and I think we're going to keep it at range. And I think these guys are going to get into some deep waters. And then for the second one, just really quick, we have Hayvjive by submission.
First one.
Oh, yep.
Parlay.
Yep.
Odds. What are the odds?
Oh, it was plus 4,566, so 45 to 1.
45 to 1. Nice.
Yeah. So but the second one, I feel a little bit more confident in it. We have Hayvjive by submission, the Russian Ronda. She's just been, rolling through the regional scene, and girls with low wrestling takedown defense and stuff like that, and have poor jiu-jitsu, she usually gets them early, which is good. You have Melissa Mullins by TKO KO against Daria Zheleznyakova. Zheleznyakova has already lost to Melissa Mullins on the regional scene by TKO, and that was in 2022. So I have a good feeling she's going to come in here and do the exact same work, and a little bit better than what Eileen Perez did to her the other day. And then you have Hamdi Abdelwahab to win by decision. I think Muhammad Usman's an absolute can. I think Hamdi Abdelwahab might, even if he loses the fight, they'll give him another robbery, and I don't think it's really going to matter. I think he's just going to go in there, win a decision, and that sits at plus 2,116, and that's 21 to 1.
So the last leg on that's Hamdi decision?
Hamdi decision, yeah.
What do you think about that, Corey? You like either of his parlays?
The first one, I want to know what the number is on Orobai by sub. What number is
400
that?
plus 400, 5 to 5 to 1, whatever you want to say. Yeah, but I don't think he gets a finish or a knockout. I think it's more of a submission threat, because Aguin on the feet, what's his name here? I'm missing the Tofik on the feet is really, really like fast and just really high, fast twitch muscle fiber and everything. I think when it comes down to it, we're gonna get late in the fight, and he just kind of falls apart.
Okay. Yeah, the durability factor is going to be the worry, but as long as, if Orobai can just get that grappling going early, then he can drag it deeper and then take. So I agree with that one.
Roberto De Souza too. He got him in a triangle choke early in the first round. Granted, he is a really good jiu-jitsu fighter, but he kind of forced the takedown too early and got caught in it. So
Yeah.
Well, you got 2 shots, 2 lays, both pretty good plus money.
Hopefully we crack one of them. We just need one of them.
All right, bro. Take it easy. 10-leg Baku and 3-17 parlay, 52-1. If you're gonna give me 10 legs of chalk, I don't want to hear it, bro.
It's not. It's 9 legs of chalk.
Jesus.
So what I have last time I did this, Apache Mix screwed me over. So hopefully we get at least a 317 this time. I'll run through the picks. So for this week, I like Hamdi, Ulanbekov, Nardiev. Love Oban. He's my lock of the week, but he's like minus 500, so you got to parlay that. I really like the wrestling of I forgot how to pronounce his and Namaev, but I like the matchup with his wrestling that he has. I think he can get timely takedowns. Really like Sadikov this weekend. And then I saw Corrie's had the fight to go the distance in Hayvjive Bahamundes, so we threw that in there as well. And then the plays we have for 317 is Lima, because I think he can put Peyton Talbot on his back foot for 15 minutes. Moneyman Moicano, and then Ilya Taporia to cash the 10-leg long shot. So $10 makes $539.
That's amazing.
Okay.
We'll see.
Do you love these like multi-card parlays? Is that your thing or what?
I just think it keeps it interesting. Like, throw $10 down and see what happens. It's not like it's going to hurt me, but I really like these matchups this weekend for specifically like the Russians that are most likely, or I should say, can use wrestling to their advantage and just kind of drag the fights down to the ground. And like genuinely, most of these odds are pretty long anyway, so you're trying to make a little bit of money. I know the Hayvjive Bahamundes fight to go the distance is like minus 165, so I want Bahamundes to win, but I'd rather not bet on that fight. I'd rather just not bet on the co-main in the main event. Yeah, also it's just kind of makes it fun for pay-per-view weekends to see if I can, cash 7 this week and then see if I can bring home some money for UFC 317.
No, if you don't cash all 7 this week, would you rebuild a different, larger legged parlay for 317? Or no, just reset it with just those 3?
No, I would just reset it. Like the last one, I think was 7 legs, UFC Vegas, the one with Gamrot, and then what was it? I forgot what I think it was like I put like 2 legs on there for the Vegas card, and then I had hit 5 for the 316 card. But I mean, if it doesn't hit this weekend, I'm just gonna not bet anything. Like I have a 3-leg parlay next weekend that's what is it? Taporia, Moicano, and Pantoja. So that's kind of my the other parlay I have.
Bro loves his chalk.
Throw Jose Delgado by decision on that. That will cash. Throw Jose Delgado by decision. That will cash. That will hit so hard.
Who's Delgado fighting again?
From Arizona.
And I love both of them, so I'm kind of fucked. But
that's actually
that's a great fight, isn't it? I think it's to open up the prelim too.
I'm stoked for that fight. Throw that on there.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yes.
All right, bro.
Yeah, we'll see how far I make it.
We will see
this weekend. I'm glad the cards are in the afternoon because I hate having to wait all day. I think we all do. But
all right, bro. Good luck on that 10-legger. Hopefully you make it to next week.
Appreciate it, right?
All right, we're going with No Shama.
What's up?
Remind me of your plays last week because I don't think they hit.
Oh yeah, no, not a good week. I remember I was trying to say Wellmaker fight goes round 2. Stupid in hindsight. Look, Moutinho's job's on the line. I would think he can just fight a little smarter. Like I'm disgusted with how stupid he is. He just keeps walking forward. It was disgusting.
What's even worse is Wellmaker by round 1 TKO was plus 110. Like the 3 point, round money line and method of victory was even money.
I just thought Moutinho would change it up a bit because he's done it before where he just walks forward into power punches and just gets his career over. Like then he has to work on the amateurs and fight for months and years, like to work his way back into the UFC to do the same thing again. It just doesn't make sense in my head. I also had Miranda by decision. I didn't think that was a bad play, honestly, watching the fight. And then I had Raoni Barcelos by submission or decision. I thought that was another good play watching it.
Yeah.
And then for the other parlay, that one didn't do good either. But I mean, Usman by decision or Buckley by KO. That was, I guess, a good leg. But the other one, Ricky by sub, missed. Mansour round 1 missed, and Omar Sy rounds 1 or 2 missed.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Mansour and Cody like bet the fight to go over 1.5.
Honestly,
they both put their purses on over 1.5 and just cashed out.
Yeah.
But I thought I had some okay reads, but then some not so good ones.
All right, we got this week though.
For this week, for my first parlay, one of my favorite fighters this week is Ignacio Bahamondes. I have him by KO. I'm surprised I haven't heard a lot of people like on the KO side. He's plus 500. He's a guy that's been getting a lot of finishes. He's a lot taller, a lot more lengthy. What's his name? Hayvjive gets hit. I mean, Hayvjive's gonna be throwing the leg kicks, and he might like. I think Hayvjive could finish him with leg kicks if it's possible, but I do think Ignacio is gonna be the more precise one with the striking, landing more shots, better shots. It's
crazy to me because I don't think Bahamondes he just doesn't seem dangerous to me, but he does get finishes like all the time. Like he doesn't have like big one-shot knockout power, but he just snipes people. It's weird, dude.
I mean, that Torres shot was a one.
I mean, those were really nice, but Torres was literally walking forward like a tard, dude. He's like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It was like the easiest KO I've ever seen. But go on.
Yeah. So you get plus 500 on that, and then the other next leg is going to be Hamdi versus Usman, fight to go the distance. I think both of them are kind of cans. Hamdi gasses out quick after the first round, and I think Usman is just not finishing them really. I think this fight is a pretty easy to go decision, minus 200. And then next leg is going to be Nardiev versus Junyoung Park, fight to go the distance. Similar thing. I don't really think they're crazy finishers. I could just see this fight being not that entertaining, going the distance like the other one. Put those together, you get 15-1.
15-1, bro? We're playing it safe. I mean, you're feeling like you need a win here.
Look, I'm going to. There's not a bunch I love. There's 2 plays I'm really love. That's why I went to decisions, because I have 2 fighters I really like. I don't know. Everything else I kind of find chalky. But next up, the other fighter, one of my favorite plays is Jamal Hill by KO. I think he finishes him here. I think Khalil's crazily overrated, and I think Jamal's underrated. So that's kind of where I'm getting this. I could see him just putting the hands on him too. Khalil gets hit a bunch. Jamal's got a lot of power. Next leg, Oban by KO. I think he's another one that's great with the finishes. You get plus 260 on that. And then final leg, Melissa Mullins by KO submission. She's beaten her before by KO. I think she might be able to sub her too. That's why I threw that in.
That one's pretty nice. I like
what
that.
Was the first leg on that again?
What'd you say?
What was the first leg on that one?
Jamal Hill by KO, plus 200.
Oh, yeah.
And then that one is plus 2,000.
If Jamal Hill shows up physically and mentally healthy, then I think that's a very, very real possibility. My biggest fear with him is him showing up in freaking double knee braces again, like he did with Yuri. And we're all like, oh, what's happening?
I'm not putting a penny on Jamal Hill until he shows me he has knees, dude. Like, that was just ridiculous against Yuri.
Do you think Khalil wins this?
I'm not confident either way. I mean, it's a sell high on Khalil.
Yeah.
But like
buy low in Jamal.
Is it a buy low? Like I gotta see something from him.
Yuri looked really improved. I can't be the only one that thinking that Yuri looked really improved in that last fight. I've never seen his head work.
He looked movement terrible, dude. He looked so bad though. He looked so slow.
Jamal didn't look that good, but Yuri looked very improved. So I'm not gonna really knock that against him too much. I've never seen Yuri look like what he did, and he's the second best fighter in that weight class.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, I'm not knocking it because I think if he's going to win, it's by KO. And it's very likely. It's very likely. So All right, bro. I mean, 2 parlays. You come with them every week. I mean, when was the last time you hit one?
I don't know. I think it was like a month ago. I think it was the one that got voided. One of the legs got voided. Like I think it was like a Paul Craig fight or something. I got voided. I hit like 2 legs. It ended up like plus 800 or something.
All right, bro. Good luck.
All right. Thank you. Good luck.
We're gonna go with Parlay Princes, and then we get Matty B Goat. So Matty B Goat, you're in the lobby right now. You got to be ready for the next one up. But Parlay, how we doing, brother?
Oh yeah, what's good, guys? How are y'all?
Better that you're here.
Man, God bless anyone betting on the main event, because that shit is diabolical. That is a complete Hail Mary. But I had to come on here early because Corrie said one of my legs, and then the first person that came on said another leg. So let's dive in. Plus 5,500 odds. We got Muhammad Usman by decision. They're both horrible. This is a 50-50 shot. I'm going Usman. His last name is Usman. Let's get it. Muhammad Naimov by decision. I think Bogdan Gradic is super hittable. Yes, he's doggy, but it's kind of easy. Just kind of be on the outside and just kind of touch him up when you can, just avoid the damage. And then we got Nazim Sadykhov, round 2 KO. I was staring at which round. I'm like, is it round 1? Is it round 2? Should I just combine the both? But just looking at both their records and their stats, I'm going round 2 heavy. $5 wins you almost $300, so you can just, low risk, high reward bet right there. I like it.
What are the odds on it?
Plus 5,500. It's pretty good. It's pretty juicy for stuff that's possible. Naimov, Usman decision, Sadykhov round 2 KO. I'm like 0 for 20 on this show, but that means I'm overdue.
I mean, that 1 week you gave out 2 split decisions and one of them hit. So I mean,
that's right. You were on it. You were close too. Last week I was slightly close, but not really. I was one of the fools that said Wellmaker round 2 KO as well, so it happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just some of those are just too easy, man. In hindsight, it's like it should have been like minus 200.
Yeah, it's the same thing the other guy said. You just expect Chris Martinez to just survive round 1, but he can't do it. It happens.
It's hard to expect like these low-level guys to actually have a brain at times. So
yeah, it's rough. Got pieced up.
All right, bro.
But that's like quick and easy. That's
quick and easy. All right, good luck.
Appreciate y'all.
This weekend.
We got the GOAT.
Come on!
The GOAT.
Hey! First of all, wherever Matty is, shout out to him.
He's getting ready for his brother's.
Right. And we're currently at a party, you know, so we're in a toilet.
In a trailer.
What?
We're in a toilet because we're at a party.
In the toilet at a party. Okay. A toilet,
right.
Not a trailer.
We've got a treble for you tonight. First of all, wait, before I talk about the bet, what about the Paul Craig fight? Fucking Paul Craig got kicked in the face.
That pissed me off so fucking bad.
I know. Paul Craig was going to kill him. Paul Craig. Oh no, somebody's walking in. Right, 2 seconds. Wait. Who is it? Right, new member. Right.
We'd have to listen to him.
I have the beast making news. I have the beast. Shut up, you fucking beast.
First pick. Jamal Hill by KO.
KO, bang, bang, bang.
People are forgetting that Jamal Hill can swing down. In the last fight, Yuri Prohaska had head movement. Khalil Roundtree doesn't have that same head movement.
No head movement.
Jamal Hill is going to find the chin.
Chin.
Wait, I say this.
All right, leg 2.
Right, we've got oral by round 3 or decision.
Round 3, easy pick.
Okay.
My original pick was decision, but I think oral by might finish him late. I don't know why. And the last pick, we've got an underdog. Underdog. Right, Nordiev moneyline.
RDF money line?
Listen, Jung Young Park is relying on his cardio.
That's
and
fair.
if the cardio doesn't stand tall, Nordiev is going to get the win. I'm telling you. If Jung Young Park can't get this cardio to clutch him through, Nordiev will finish him early. The combined treble. $10 returns $170.
That is a tempting underdog.
100
Shove
is
your flag.
17 to 1. 17 to 1.
17 to 1 for the treble. Right, round 2. Right, don't
Give your big
Here.
booty.
Right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning here. I'm up at 6 for a bit of work in it. Bit of graft, Hayvjive. Finally got a job since I got fired from McDonald's. Right,
fire from McDonald's.
fuck McDonald's. Fucking
Okay.
hate McDonald's. Right, here they go. Fucking Hayvjive by decision. Fuck Bahamondes. Don't like him, aye, Corrie. You know what it's what I'm fucking all about. Oro by decision too. He copied my pick. And then Open Elliott. He got a lucky KO, but he's definitely winning by decision this time, I think.
What's the
3
last
decisions.
one?
Open Elliott by decision.
3 decisions. So you got Fizzy decision,
Translation for you. The decision treble he's calling it.
decision.
I love the sweat.
It's a good sweat, making sure you watch a fight, hoping that there's no finish. It's a brilliant sweat.
What a feeling it is.
Decisions would have been good last week.
The treble comes to 14 to 1. 14 to 1.
14 or 40?
14. 1-4.
Okay,
Three
14 to
decisions.
1. Fizzy decision, oral by decision, and then Oban Elliott decision.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, Hayvjive, the treble is going to cash. My treble's going to cash.
Is it
Your treble?
Jung Young Park is not winning this. The Iron Turtle's no longer iron.
He's a fucking pussy.
He's going to break like a bit of plastic tomorrow. He's going to break like plastic. Jung Young Park is going to break like plastic tomorrow. The plastic turtle.
The plastic tattoo.
He's no longer iron.
What do you think, Corey? You like him or no?
No.
I like the
Last time I
second
bet
one.
Iron
I'm
Turtle
actually
with
really
one.
impressed with that decision.
She likes the second one.
I like the second
Iron
one.
Turtle is a goner.
She don't like yours, bro.
She's a fuck you, fat bitch.
My 3 picks.
What?
My 3 picks.
The 3 decisions I did really like.
Oh,
Yeah, let me check
You know what? If you want to get crazy with it, throw Hamdi decision on there too.
Oh, Hamdi.
If there's a robbery, we'll probably be
Wait,
Hamdi by
wait.
decision. I say.
We can't be trusting Humpty Dumpty.
he's a fucking clown, that fat
I'm
bastard.
not saying he's good. I'm just saying that's a robbery that is way too live because we've seen it before with him in his fights.
I agree, but Humpty Dumpty is ass. And listen, Muhammad Usman is going to follow in his brother's footsteps.
But then why wouldn't they put them on the same card? Because there was a possibility of him losing and they wanted to set
I know. But I can't be trusting Humpty Dumpty. I think Muhammad Usman might get the job done.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't trust the video. I'm with you.
Hayvjive, the treble is going to cash.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for
Last,
you guys to say what.
last week, the only pick that I lost on was no pie for KO.
It was fucking.
Not what's the cunt after it. What's his name? What was his name? I lost by a KO pick. Who was it again? No, it was the week after.
You gotta remember, bro.
What was his name? The Russian Shabazian.
Oh my God, Shabazi, dude.
And then he dropped him. He dropped him with a body shot.
Yeah.
And I thought that the bet was won. I'm running about. Game's over. Don't celebrate a bet too early.
Agreed. I thought it was done.
I know. So did I. But this week, Nordiev is going to shock the iron plastic turtle.
All right, I'm counting on it, brother. Good luck. We're gonna get.
So come back to me when he wins.
We'll
See you
be
later. I hope you have a good night.
Yeah. Good luck. All right. It's time we hear the retirement decision parlay. Let's hear it, bro.
These are my favorite.
So, all right, I got a 2-10-1, 3 underdogs to win by decision. First leg, I think we might get screwed by the judges, but we got Mo Usman. Seems to be very popular this week. And then second leg, we got Rizvan Kuniev. Guarantee you 15-minute heavyweight clinch fest. Guaranteed to go to decision. This shit's going to be so boring, but I think they're going to give it to him. And then last leg, we're taking Seokyeon Ko, if that's how you pronounce it, by decision. I think he's a pretty good, accurate striker. but I don't think he has much power. And based off his Contender Series performance, I mean, I think it's good, but I don't think he should be minus 500. And I think his path is decision. So we're going to take him there, and it's 210-1.
210-1.
Okay.
The code decision's got to be what, like a plus 1,000, 10-1, something like that.
I got 900.
900, yeah.
But I saw like 1,200 earlier in the week, but there's been some people on it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind the Rizzler the Rizzler decision as well.
It's a guaranteed clinch fest. I'm hammering that shit to go over 2.5. It's gonna be so fucking boring. I guarantee it.
I hope so.
And then I got a KO one too. I'll be quick though. I don't want to take too much time.
All right.
I got Nazim versus Moda to end by KO. And then I got Hill 3-4-5 KO. And then last leg plus 1,000, I got Bogdan Grad 2 or 3 KO. I think he might sub him. That's the only thing. I'm worried about a guillotine. He's got some good high elbow guillotines. But I think if he doesn't guillotine him and I can't even think of the guy he's fighting. But if he gasses, which he's done before, I think he could be live for a 2-3 KO. And that's 175-1.
Has Naimov ever been knocked out? That's who's fighting Grad. Has he? I don't think so
I'm
either.
not gonna lie.
Cool.
I could not tell you. I'm also driving right now.
You're always driving,
but
bro.
I'm just banking on the gas out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could happen. All right, bro. We're gonna let you go so you don't cry.
Yeah, last week.
Solid.
All right. Peace, fellas. Have a good one. Oh, you're not fella. My bad. But see you guys. Have a good one.
Good luck. One of the fellas. We'll go with Young Pasty.
Hey, what's up, Hayvjive? What's up, Corey? Thanks for having me on. I got 2 cycle parlays for y'all. So, first one, Ignacio by decision plus 175, Tagir by sub plus 260, Oban by KO plus 300. We're sitting at plus 3,860. So, 39-1.
That's not bad. I like that.
Yeah.
That one just spoke to me. It's my favorite one. So,
it's speaking to me as well.
Yeah. And then this is my alt cycle. We got Tafiq by decision, Melissa Mullins by sub, and Muhammad Naima by KO, plus 9,250.
No, I don't really like that one, though.
No. What do you not like? The Musayev?
Yeah, the Musayev and then the KO. What was the KO?
Grad's getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm off. I mean, yeah, it's actually not bad. Like, he could definitely knock him out in like round 1, but I mean, he knocked out Jamie Malarkey though. Is that like that impressive in 2024? Whenever he did it, you know.
I mean, Bogdan Grad just comes in so like aggressive and not defensively sound,
like Gustafson does.
Yeah.
But it
Like,
works.
just runs
That's what
in there.
years it works.
Yeah, I mean, 2025. If you're not a little bit autistic, like you probably ain't winning fights.
It's
You know.
the best place for MMA. It absolutely has been this year.
All right.
And the Tafiq decision, I mean, he's got the hometown advantage. I mean, I think he's going to get a little biased. So
That's true. Jake, what are you doing, bro? Jake wanted in. He wanted to say something.
Just
Like
wanted to
that.
say hi to you.
hello, Jake.
Decision. I guess you could maybe get the home cooking. I mean, I was on Rebecca against Orobai by decision at like plus 600 his last fight, and that was a hell of a sweat, dude. That fight was insane. I did not think it was ever going to scorecards that when they were actually fighting, because it was blood and guts war, like one of the best fights of last year. But if Musayev can like land the bigger shots a couple rounds, I could see it, but it's a big if, you know.
I think he steals round 1 with some shots here and there, and then maybe fades in the later of the second. But if he, like you just said, if he gets those bigger shots in the bigger moments, he could drop round 3 and the judges can give him.
What are the odds on that? Like plus 400, 500?
Plus 450 on the Tafiq decision.
See how good I am? I haven't even looked at that.
No, there's no.
That's really good.
I mean, I think Tafiq's a live dog. I kind of like that. I think you're right about he'll just take the first round.
Yeah, I think round 1's it's going to be his best round for sure. Which parlay do you like better, Corey? First one or the second one?
Right now, probably the second one.
Second
I'm kind of
one.
with you on that. I think it just took me a minute to come around to it. Not gonna lie.
I know when you hear it first, you're like, ugh. No, but you gotta let it simmer, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Pasty, you want to hang on here while we give while Corrie gives her long shot? You have a long shot, correctly?
Me? Oh yeah.
I'm
I
down.
feel
Let's
like
go.
every parlay I do is like a long
Since
shot.
we critiqued yours, maybe you can critique Corey's as well.
Please,
I'm
I
here
will
for
take all advice. Okay, so
Let's hear it.
leg one, we'll just start it off on the same page. Tofik Musayev money line at plus 130.
Oh, that explains why she likes the second parlay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now leg number two, Nazim Sadikov to win by TKO in round 2 at plus 500. I said it earlier a little bit. I think that Nicholas Moto knows that he has to keep his head together for the first round. And then after he gets kind of bullied a bit, I think he's just going to get hot and flustered, make a mistake, and he's going to get chopped.
Get his head chopped off. Sent in the third deck, most likely.
Pretty much. And then the last leg for plus 275, Hayvjive to win by decision. I love Ignacio Bahamondes. I have made so much money off of him, and it hurts my heart to say this. I tried not to pick a side in this fight. I do think it's going to decision, and that's a minus 160. But everyone's kind of counting Hayvjive out. Yes, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but 2 wars to Justin Gaethje, and then 1 was a knockout loss, which was actually a leg injury. Like, it wasn't like he was knocked out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
definitely,
so
Game Rat definitely didn't knock him out. I can tell you that. Game Rat don't knock out anybody. Hey,
Yeah,
that was
injury, though.
watching
That injury sucked.
whole game, and I was literally just down bad because I had a lot of money on Hayvjive, and then he blew out his knee, and I was like, "That's like the worst way to lose a bet." A dude gets injured.
yeah.
Come on, it's
I
terrible.
think it was that or like whatever the fuck happened to Cody Brundage last week. I mean, I didn't actually bet that fight at all, but 30 seconds into round 3, given the decision, kind of tough. But anyways, that's a 50 to 1, and $20 is going to pay 10.35, so a little over 1,000.
50 to 1
Yeah.
on that. So Musayev money line, Nazim round 2 KO, and then Hayvjive decision.
Yes, sir. I'm calling it my Master Botox fund.
All right. What do you think, Pacey?
Honestly, I like Sadikov round 1, but I can see a round 2 too. I think Moto's going to come out swinging big, you know, with his hooks that he does and just leave himself exposed. And Sadikov's going to find the shot in the first round. I do like, I mean, I'm on the other end, you know, I have Ignacio by decision, but I see your take too, right? Like, you know, Hayvjive's only gone against some high level competition, and, you know, one of them was a knee injury. So it's like, how do you, you know, Ignacio's not going up against Justin Gaethje's or Gamrot's, you know what I mean? So we can't see him up against that elite competition. So, I mean, yeah, if Hayvjive's going to win, I think it's going to be by decision. I don't see him. I mean, Ignacio's got a chin, you know, and this is primarily going to be a striking match, in my opinion, no wrestling or grappling. So his only, if I just don't see him finding that shot. So I think it goes all 3 rounds. Ignacio's tough. So
you have that home cooking too.
Yep. And then, you know, I like Musayev. So, and then you got, you know, maybe he gets the first round KO because Oralby's super chinny, not chinny, but like super hittable. So we saw him how many times versus Rebecca, you know? So
your parlays all 3 Azerbaijanians, right? Musayev.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize that.
That is.
Okay, when the UFC is going to like an obscure country for the first time, all the judges are regional, like hired from the same region. If it's a iffy decision, like what happened at the 2010 Olympics? Just saying.
What happens every Abu Dhabi card? Just look at that.
Mostly robberies if they let it go to the judges. I'm not mad about it. I'm all over the people from that region.
Obis and Muhammad's got a good chance over here for sure.
3-leg V parlay in Azerbaijan. So, all right, Pacey, I'm gonna let you go, but thanks for
having me on. Good luck, guys.
I didn't mean to add myself earlier. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all right, bro.
I didn't want to take Pacey's thunder. I'm sorry, Pacey.
You took all of his thunder, bro.
I just wanted to turn my camera on and I got scared. I was mid-bite, but I'll give you a parlay while I'm here. You want one?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, let's do it. All underdogs. Call it the Dogs Barking Parlay. All right, starting at the bottom, Mo Usman plus 130. I just think the line should be flipped. I think it's a pick 'em at the end of the day, but if you're going to give me slight dog odds on the guy who I think's a little bit better, I'm going to take it. Why not? Next up, this is more of a fade than a bet, and only confidence, so never mind. Going with Rizvan over Curtis Blades. Like I said, more of a fade. Just, I feel like they're building this guy up in Baku. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's my least
I've never been
confidence.
a Blades guy either. So I'm always eager to fade him.
And they've fought tooth and nail to make sure that this fight happens for whatever reason. So
rebooking it all. Yeah. Just has me a little nervous there. So I'm going to take the dog plus 210. And then lastly, this is a little biased because he's my favorite fighter, but also Underdog, Rafael Fiziev. I mean, come on. He should be like minus 150, right?
Corey believes so.
I think so. I mean, okay, he is great. I love Bahamondes. He has not fought to this level of competition yet. And I thought it's what, a 7-inch height difference?
Yeah.
It actually doesn't look that bad. No. Like, it actually didn't look that bad when they were facing off. I'm just going to say. But think about, and this is not stylistically how the fight's going to go at all, but Rob Valentin, the Nordic Ruin dude, against Therese Finney. That height advantage did not do anything.
Like, Bahamondes is good. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not just the height. He's very good. But if you're looking at technical striking, which is where I probably think this fight's going to end up, Fiziev's got it. I don't know.
I agree. Plus, it just hasn't been at this level of competition yet. This is a huge step. It's a big test. He's great. I don't think he's ready yet.
That parlay is plus 1,500 though. So
plus 1,500. All dogs on the money line. Usman, the Rizzler,
the Rizman,
the Fizzler,
the Fizzler, the Rizzler,
and
Mo Usman and Kamaru Usman. I love it.
All right, bro.
All right, get me out of here. Get someone else on. Much love, y'all.
We'll bring on Dan Tom. How we doing, bro?
What up? What up, man? Where's Jake and that beautiful mustache go, man? I love it. We got some home of picks.
I'm right here. Don't worry, bro. Thank you.
All right, there we go. And I like that you guys like the Fiziev side too, because I got a DT cycle here, and I got the classic 2-legger. And they're both 26-1 payouts. So I figured I'll call in and give them in person. So the 2-legger first. Corey, you might not like this one because, again, you guys are making great points as far as Musayev, who I think is going to be real live in the first round to either win outright or, probably bank that first round. But Oralby, man, he has that undeniable chin and engine to go through with a more well-rounded fighter. And I think the catch weight actually favors him, even if people are theorizing that he's the one that called for it. Think about it this way. He's not having to cut as much weight. I think he's bound for welterweight. So the fact that they got this fight moved actually helps him, because they want to keep the Azerbaijani guy Musayev on the card, right? Could actually work against him here. And Oralby's hot round is round 2. We've been there to cash it many times. It hasn't quite come through. It's bound to come through. There's not a lot of big, like, round prop tall numbers that I like for this card. So give me Oralby round 2 plus 750. Pair that with Naimov by KO plus 225. I was looking to fade Naimov. I'm not a big fan of him, by the way. I usually like guys that come on late like Grad, but looking at the tape, Grad's way too plotting, way too linear. That counter hook that's bailed Naimov out. It's probably going to bail him out here again. We'll get a better price to fade Naimov later. And for the KO cycle, instead of going on Naimov or maybe taking a tempting fight ends in KO with the Coe and Elliott fight. Now, I just went with my Roundtree pick because if he is going to win, he is going to win by KO. I got Roundtree for the KO. For the sub, even though he could win by decision, he will at least have opportunistic and or process sub opportunities. So give me Tajir by sub. And for the decision leg, give me Fiziev by decision. Back to the Fiziev love here. I think he gets it done by decision. Bahamondes is real durable. Both those pay 26-1 comeback.
26-1 on both parlays?
Yeah, it's plus 2,662 for the round 2 Oralby and Naimov KO. And I think it's plus 2,632 for the DT cycle there, which again is Khalil KO, Fiziev decision, and a Tajir submission. And the good thing about that cycle is it can lose, obviously, but when you're betting on fighters, you want to say, am I betting on someone who's going to fight for my money? And if you're betting on a prop, am I betting on someone that's actually going to go for the prop? And they might not get it, but all those people will go for it.
Man, I need to see some subs this week. Was there any subs last week? I don't think there were.
Yeah, subs have been slim picking, man. We had the big cage again too, so no small cage to lean on. Small cage in the apex, I'm looking for subs all day, baby.
It's like it's the worst bet in MMA is the sub bet. I swear, it's like
looking all this weekend didn't even cross my mind for 90% of them.
Yeah, Park could be live for a sub, but the only thing I sprinkle on Park because I got him in a parlay with Tajir for even money earlier in the week. But I sprinkled on Park round 3. That's one of the only other like round props I like. Unless you're backing like a guy like Grad and you think Naimov's going to fall apart. But yeah, I got Park round 3, but it could be a sub. You know, if you're really digging for subs, Hayvjive. But yeah, my radar is similar as yours, bro.
I like the Ulanbekov sub. I think
he's going to go for it. The guillotine's going to be there too. By the way, the guillotine. If you like the specific methods like Maddie does, the guillotine's going to be there. So, anyways.
You like either of them, Corey?
I really like that first one. I know I'm on the opposite side of you I actually think both of those, but I've thought of that exact kind of line all week long. The only reason I fired against Orbai is just because watching the tape, he doesn't move his head as much as I'd like.
Yeah,
and my fear is he's going to get caught in that. Outside of that, I can't say anything bad about that one. I actually really do love that.
And plus 750, you're not having to give a lot. Like, again, I'm picking oral buy and I like oral buy, but to your point, in the defense of your guys' analysis, like I'm not going heavily exposed on him for the exact reason you guys are talking about. So if you're on the Messiah side, you could almost look at it as like maybe like a potential, potential hedge bonus or whatever, if it ends in round 2. It could end in round 2 for either fighter too. So that's a prop you guys can look for depending on what your houses have.
Yeah, my official pick for this week, like at the beginning of the week for the article was Orabai, I think decision. And then watching more tape, I'm like, he doesn't move his head as much. Screw it, dogger pass. Like, I'm just going to go for it. Like, who cares? And that was more of the line, but I saw exactly what you were saying. I love it.
All right, brother.
Yep. All right. You guys, good luck this weekend. Have a good show.
Good luck, Dan. Have a good one.
All right, we'll go with the Tussle talker. How we doing, brother?
Yo, dude, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Pretty solid.
Good, man. I was on last week and I was way the fuck off, unfortunately. So we need to strap in and tune in and hit some shit this week. So
bounce back.
I got 3 for you guys, and I'll be quick.
All right.
Because I want to rattle these off. So I got my favorite one. I really think this is gonna hit. We got Ignacio money line, Orlobai money line, Tagir money line, Nazim same shit. This one's a little sketchy, but we're going to do Khalil money line. And then I really think Blades and Kunyav goes under 2.5. And that's the parlay. That's a plus 1,345. I really see it. Sorry, you go.
Oh, if you're taking the under, if you had to just pick Blades or Rizvan, who are you taking? Who gets the finish?
Honestly, I think the upside's on Rizvan. They've scheduled this fight for a 3rd time. I picked Curtis Blades to win against Yelton Almeida. I saw for some reason. I'm not a Curtis Blades guy, but I did pick him to beat Yelton Almeida. I'm going with Rizvan, the Yo Rizzler, as Hayden's saying.
The Rizzler.
I think they've booked it multiple times for a reason, like you guys were just talking about, and I've been really strong on it. I picked him when they originally booked this fight, so I can't walk away from it now. So I'm picking Rizvan for that.
Okay.
He could be on steroids too. I mean, he was on steroids.
He's running through
Honestly,
their veins
man.
right now with his Rizvan.
I wouldn't put it past them.
They're in Baku too. Like, I don't know. So it's gonna be a great fight though. Like, I wanted to ask you guys this too. I came on excited. I know it's totally off topic, but what's your guys' most exciting fight for this card? If you have to pick one that you're just looking forward to the most,
The co-main.
because there's a lot. The co-main. I agree with you.
I would say Musayev and Oralbai, just because I want to see Musayev.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. Those are my number 1s and 2s. So this is a great card. I think we really got a really good card. So my next one, we got Khalil Roundtree, and I like doing this, Hayvjive. So I got Khalil Roundtree rounds 2, 3, or 4. I know a lot of people think Khalil can knock him out in the first. I think Jamal Hill is very athletic, especially in the first round. But like you were saying too, Corey, we don't know what we're expecting. We could get Jamal Hill out there with 2 knee braces and an elbow brace. Like, you just never know what we're gonna get with Jamal Hill. So I'm picking Khalil Roundtree 234. That's a plus 320. Tagir Ulanbekov by submission, guys. It's happening. Bring it to fruition. We're gonna keep. It's gonna happen. Tagir's gonna get that neck. And then juicy one here. Kuniev inside the distance, plus 450. Hear me out. I can see Kuniev hitting blades because his chin has been checked by the best guys in the heavyweight division. But also, Curtis is a great wrestler. He could go for, his 4th or 5th takedown and it's sloppy and Kuniev snatches the neck. So play it smart inside the distance. I know that's the furthest fetch. And then the last one is Ignacio Moneyline. That's a plus 14,670 odds.
Damn.
4 legs. I don't know. I'd be really pumped with that one. And then I won't stay too much longer here. Here's my last one. 3 legs. And this is far-fetched. I threw $10 on it, but it can hit. Ignacio rounds 1 or 2. He's finished his last 3 fights in the first round. He's definitely game. It's Ignacio Bahamondes. I think he beats Justin Gaethje. Hot take. A lot of people don't think that. I really do, dude. At this point in his career, I don't know. So
I mean,
I'm
if he
riding
beats
Ignacio.
I'm down to say that as well.
Yeah, dude. I think we're in for a treat. That fight is gonna be fireworks. I got Ignacio everywhere. So and then my second one, Rizvan Kuniev, round 1 or 2, just the round. That's a plus 550. And then Tagir Ulanbekov submission round 2 or 3, plus 600, which is kind of crazy to give me that line. That's a plus 24,900. So plus 25,000.
Okay.
I mean, I know those are far fetched, but hey, this is a long shot only. So
That's the whole goal,
dude. And I honestly, I'm feeling confident. So I don't know.
That's good. You gotta have confidence.
Confidence is the first step.
And that's the last thing I have to say. And I'll leave you guys. I know you got more people coming on, but I have a parlay, just Ignacio Bahamondes inside the distance, and Kuniev money line and Bogdan Grad money line. I know the Bogdan Grad is kind of sketchy. I've been on Muhammad Naimov in all his fights, his last 3 fights. I know he lost to God. Who did he lose to? I can't remember who he lost. Oh, Felipe Lima. The guy's a beast.
Yeah.
So I've been on him, and I know he's great. He's technical. I just think Bogdan Grad could slump him. I really do. I don't know why he couldn't. So all those inside the distance for like $20 pays out like $1,500 or $1,800. So that's it.
All right.
All right,
I'm
brother.
with you on that last one. I like it a lot, but good luck this weekend.
Good luck to you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Good luck, bro. All right, last guest. High energy corn fed.
Let's go. Hey, for the motherfucker that said I'm a Dollar General Bryce Mitchell last week, I don't like you. Pussy. That's some bullshit. And I got a little parlay for y'all. I got Oral by sub, Nacho by points, and Roundtree by knockout. That's my first one. And then I got the
What are the odds on that?
31 to 1.
31 to 1.
Okay.
And then we got the almighty 8,000 to 1.
Okay.
We got Oben Elliott by points, Nazim round 1 knockout, Oral by sub, Nacho round 2 knockout, and Roundtree round 3 knockout. The old $5 hits 40K.
That sounds like a Professor Parlay.
That's good. Hey, it only takes one.
Only takes one, bro.
Exactly.
100K. It's only one parlay away.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby.
That's
All right,
incredible.
bro. Those are some good ones.
All
Hopefully
right,
they hit.
I wanna go back to Hawaii. Fuck this shit. I'm tired of the cornfields, dog.
Trying to get out of the cornfields with those parlays.
Yeah, dog. All right, y'all have a good
All
one.
right, bro. Peace
You
out.
as well. Good luck.
All right. Thank y'all for joining tonight on the Long Shots Only live show. If you want to get all the bets, jump in the Home of Five Picks Premium membership. I should drop a link right now, which I'm going to do. Just got to get it up. If I can. Corey, you already gave us your favorite play.
I did.
Do you have any money lines that you like? Because you said Nazim Sajikov around 2 KO. So
I have a couple money lines that I like. I got to be honest with. Hang on, I got to pull up my list here now. Realistically, when I was thinking about the Naimov and Bogdan Grad, I love that name. I just keep saying it over and over again. It sounds like when you say bull too many times. Bogdan Grad. It's fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, the realistic choice there is probably Naimov by decision at plus 115. He is incredibly surgical. And I mean, I don't remember, was it the last guest or 2 guests ago? He had just lost to Lipe. He's amazing. Or Lima, he was amazing. I think Naimov decision is such a safe play. But I was on the Bogdan Grad. Same game parlayed with the over 1.5. Both of these guys go so late in their fights. I think Naimov usually averages at 11 minutes of cage time, whereas Grad averages a little over 8. I think whoever you're taking in that fight, parlay it with the over.
Yeah, they do like to clinch. Naimov's a clincher. Grad's kind of a clincher as well.
They all go late. Parlay it with the over, and you'll add a little bit more.
Well, I'm with you on the Sajikov one. I like that fight to end by KO. That's going to be one of my free plays I gave out. Ends by KO, that fight, minus 130. I think it's easy money. I think Sajikov gets it. But Moto's got some power, so I just took the ends by KO. Either guy could get knocked out, but most likely it's going to be Sajikov. So if you don't like the minus 130, take Sajikov by KO. I'm with it as well. Get all the picks in the Home of Five Picks winner with Corey. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. Thank you to everybody that joined the stream tonight. We will be back next week. Maddie should be back next week, and Corey will be back next week, giving her plays on the Long Shots Only live show. We got a pay-per-view next week. Good luck to all your bets on UFC Baku. Early morning, don't forget. So get your bets locked in if you want to tail any of those parlays. Hopefully one of them hits. If 2 of them hits, that's great. 3 of them would be amazing. Good night, y'all. We'll see you.
Good night, everybody.